Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we are going to be discussing the upcoming Dokkan Festival exclusive, or technically dual Dokkan Festival exclusive for the global version of the game. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So yes, as you can see by the thumbnail here, we're going to be discussing the upcoming dual Dokkan Festival exclusive Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then Hirudegarn. So we know right now the Saiyan Day campaign is coming to an end. Hopefully you guys had a wonderful time. I think this was a great celebration, a dual celebration on Global and JP. Of course, we got the Big Bang Vegeta, the BBV, which is an incredible unit. I think that overall, just a great celebration. Now it's time to move on and still kind of play catch up to JP. And one of the things we need to catch up on, of course, is the upcoming Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegarn, and everything should be starting on April 1. So not only as April 1 is April Fool's Day, right? But we should also still get a new banner as well. So we should expect two things in the upcoming celebration: is the two banners, the dual banners here, and then also the April Fool's celebration to go along with that. So keep that in mind. If you are going to see some interesting things that's going to be dropping in the next couple of days, it is going to be for 4/1 April Fool's. It's always great to see what they come up with. But let's talk about these two banners here. And we knew about these banners dropping now because the end date for Chain Battle is also going to end during this campaign as well, and it was going to end in April for Global. So we assume that it is going to be these two units. On top of that, you're also going to get this celebration that's also going to lead into Golden Week, which Golden Week should also then be a dual celebration with Global and JP. And then we just continue to play catch up, right? So in this video here, I'm just going to go ahead and discuss these two units here, discuss the positives, the possible negatives, but overall, these are great units that you can run on multiple teams. The leaders, maybe unfortunately, maybe not running a strong leader team, but again, we'll look at it and go into more in depth. Let's go ahead and start with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, the Dragon Fist Goku here. And again, I'm not sure why they ended up doing this, but it actually ended up being another Movie Heroes leader. Now, technically, we haven't had a Movie Heroes leader in a little bit, right? But we have so many Movie Heroes leaders that I think this was kind of overkill. Now, it's nice to see that this is a final trump card leader, which we don't have that many of those, so that's a positive there. And then the leader skill then is gonna finish out with Super Saiyan 3 as the 200% boost, and then also Kamehameha. I think they could have done something like this, where they could have put Super Saiyan 3 up on top here, and then just maybe did a triple single where Kamehameha was the 200%. I would have been happy with that, or switch. No, actually, I'll take that back. Movie Heroes is a great category where you can add a lot of units, but they could have made it at a triple, double, or triple single. I would have been happy, because I really would have liked to have the opportunity to run a full Super Saiyan 3 team and not have to use Bardock as the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock as the leader. So anyway, I think they could have done a better job on the leader skill, but overall, you can build a pretty strong team with Movie Heroes and Final Trump Card, being that there's a lot of great units there, but then you're limited with the Super Saiyan 3 and Kamehameha. You have a lot of units with Kamehameha. But anyway, let's make this bigger so you guys can see this a little bit more, but first let's talk about the stats. Pretty basic Dokkan Festival exclusive stats: 17,000 in HP, 16,000 in attack. Pretty high actually in defense in 12.7. So let's make this bigger here so you guys can see the passive, etc, etc. There we go. Boom. And let's do it like this. There we go. Let's start with the passive here, or the super attack here. It greatly raises attack and raises defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. So this is, highly strong, right? Having the ability to greatly raises attack, but it is a multiplier on the SA multiplier, not the passive, so we know that it's not as strong, and you at least have a defensive boost of 1 turn. The passive is really impressive though. So you have a key +3 attack and defense 200% standalone, I was hoping we'd see more of the 200% standalone. with the Vegeta, with the Rose. Is it Rose 200%? I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember if Rose was 200%, but 200% being like the standard now. For Dokkan Festival exclusive should be the case in this current meta and power scaling, right? So you do also have a medium chance to perform a critical hit. You do have a high chance of evading enemy attack, including super attack, and then plus an additional attack defense 150 when performing a super attack, so much better second position. And then plus an additional attack and defense 159% when performing a critical hit, and a chance of evading enemy attack by 20%. So you're boosting all that in the second or third. So absolutely you want to run this in a second position or third position, being that you will have all these benefits here. So I just really like how they, instead of focusing on like a first position, these are just really great second position units. But of course, if you do fall into the first position here and you're locked in, you're going to be in big trouble. So plus an additional attack 159% and a chance to perform a critical hit 50% when HP is 59% or less, and then great chance of nullifying unarmed super attacks directed at the character. So not too many unarmed super attacks, but still it's a really nice opportunity when you're fighting certain enemies that have the unarmed super attacks. So I think the kit is really strong, right? No holes. It's designed to what it's used for as a second or third position, a floater, and you can do quite a bit of damage. You can evade really well, and then have a lot of attack and defense on top of that 200% base on there. So on top of that, this is a standby unit here. You can stand by for 5 turns and then can be activated when 70% or less starting from the third turn, which is great. It's a great active. Well, it's not even active. It's it's a standby, right? It's a standby when you're able to standby, or when starting from the 6th turn, or starting from the 6th turn from the start of the turn. So either one, standby here. And I think, again, it's fair. It's not a hard standby. Usually you should be able to activate that when you need to. Link skills: Golden Warrior, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Over to Flash, Limit Breaking Form, Fierce Battle. Really great link sets. It can link up with really good units. And then categories. This is so important. This is really why the value of the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is huge, because you're able to put this on all these teams here in the second or third position and just be a amazing floater, like one of the best floaters you can run on these teams here. And even a second position if it links really well with a particular unit. So you have Super Saiyan 3, Pure Saiyans for power, movie heroes, Goku's family, Kamehameha, Final Trump card, Turtle School, Master Evolution, Bottom Friendship, Accelerated Battle, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Bottom Parent Child, Earth Fighter. Yeah, just really good. It's going to be like best in slot floaters for a lot of these teams, and even possibly a link partner in the main rotation as well. So now you do have the opportunity to stand by. Once you stand by, you go into the Dragon Fist here, and the Dragon Fist is, unfortunately, you're unable to attack until your finish effect is activated. I'm not a huge fan of that, but you do have an attack defense 333% plus an additional attack 159%. Great chance of evading enemy attack, which is good. So you shouldn't be getting hit while you're powering up this finishing effect, and chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, plus 20% if your HP is 59% or less. Foresees enemies super attack, that's huge, so you just don't put him in harm's way in the first place. And then all allies keep plus 359% while he's in standby, plus an additional attack 33%, and evades enemies attack when a finish effect is activated. So the finishing effect is really cool. It's the Dragon Fist. It's massively raises attack temporarily, counters super intense power, which is a high level of multiplier there. And then within the turn, activate, and all attacks become crits, which is always great. And then activates when the enemy performs a super attack against the character once only. So that's when you get activated for the finishing attack there. And then link skills basically stay the same. So again, I really like how this unit's designed. Gonna be a great utility unit you could put on multiple different teams. I said kind of all the things I needed to say on this unit. So if you want to summon for him, go ahead. However, save for 9-year anniversary, because 9-year anniversary is much better than this unit. But again, this is one of these units you might want to pick up if you get lucky. If they do discounts on the banners, you might end up wanting to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and move on to the Hirudegarn, which I think is also a fantastic unit. However, I don't think he's as valuable as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because he's not on as many categories. And then the other way of looking at it, he's very valuable because you only have a limited amount of really good extreme class units as well. So the stats here, 17,750, and then 15,400 for attack, and then 13,500 for defense. Really strong there. Let's make this bigger. Now this leader skill here is actually, I think, more beneficial and stronger than needing to have another movie heroes leader skill. Again, the leader skill overall, the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is better, but this is probably more valuable because, you know, having another movie boss leader is good, but then also having Resurrected Warriors leader to build Resurrection Warriors teams is highly useful. Then you have Legendary Existence and Transformation Boost as the 200% boost. So it's a double. And again, they could have maybe moved like Legendary Existence on top to have an extreme class Legendary Existence or something else. Triple double is really what I'm looking for leader skills, because I think just limiting on these two here is not as good as, of course, just having the third one. Now, this unit here stacks. So, of course, a lot of people really like stackable units, especially when it comes to defense. So defense raises defense, which is a 30% boost and causes miss damage to the enemy. And then the rest of this here, I think, again, has a really nice utility for placing this unit in the teams that it's on. It's not on as many teams as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but if you're able to run this unit, you probably will. Activates entrance animation upon entries, characters' entries once only. Key +3, attack and defense 100%, and a high chance to perform critical hit for 5 turns from the character's entry turn. Attack and defense 200%. Love to see it. Plus an additional attack, 100% to attack when attacking. Chance of evading enemies' attack. Great chance of evading enemies' attack. So this is really strong here because you can have the 70% chance of evasion, and then you also stack. And then launches additional attack and has a great chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after evading an attack. So you gotta make sure that you're evading and then having this opportunity to do this so you can continue to stack. And then plus an additional 10% defense with each attack evaded up to 50%. So as you evade, you unfortunately get the opportunity. sorry, I got a text message. Plus, as you evade, you get more defense. How about that? So up to 50% additional defense, and then you get that continued stack there. So really strong overall kit. I think, again, just like the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I would love to see more Dokkan Festival exclusives be this good when it comes to utility, right? You can put this on pretty much any unit. There's no, you got to be a Goku on the team, or you have to have a transformation boost on the team. So the restrictions are none on both units, and I'd love to see more of that. Now the active skill here transforms basically into the full power, and then can be activated from the third turn, from the start of the turn when HP 70% or less, or the sixth turn, just like Goku on there. Link skills: brutal beatdown, berserker, big back bosses. Would love to see that. Revival, nightmare, fear and faith, fierce battle. And then unfortunately the weakest point of this unit here is the categories with resurrected warriors, movie bosses, transformation boost, time travelers, planetary destruction, story figures, and legendary existence. Now when you do transform here, it's just basically kind of like the giant form, but not really, right? So you go full power here, and you don't stack anymore, but you get quite a bit of boost here. So you get key +3, attack and defense 250%, and then plus an additional 150% when attacking, plus an additional 100% attack and defense 100% with high chance to perform a critical hit as the first attacker of the turn, which that's kind of where you want to run it anyway. Launches additional attack, has a great chance to become a super attack, great chance of evading the enemy's attack. Launches additional attack, has a high chance of becoming a super attack within the same turn after evading an attack. Plus an additional chance of evading enemy attack and performing critical hit within the same turn with each attack evaded. So as you evade, you have higher chance to evade, so you're just not going to get hit. That's the crazy thing here. So again, activates enemy's attack upon entering, evades enemy attack upon entering next attacking turn. Every time an attacker evades 3 times, you evade. So instead of just kind of lazily making this a giant form and you're invulnerable, stuff like that, you have a unit that's almost invulnerable because you're going to dodge a lot of stuff, but you have the ability to still attack and use your team. I do like these options here. You know, I think LROP is OP with the, you know, constant being able to change into the giant form there. But these types of giant forms here that you're able to still continue to use your team, I think is very beneficial. It would have been even better if if this was like plus an additional defense to all allies on the team or something of that nature, or maybe on the super attack, you know, attack and defense boosted up for 1 or 2 turns. That'd be even incredible. But ultimately, I just do like the design of this. Like, you can still run your team, you can still do all that. Now, it's not as good if you have a weaker team, right? The giant form would be better suited. But again, first attacker, you're gonna dodge everything here. You're gonna do quite a bit of damage, and again, well built for the utility. So overall, again, I think both of these units are going to be very useful. If you want to wait, of course, wait. I'm going to summon as usual. But 9-year anniversary, we're just waiting for that. And by the time you guys probably even want to use these units here down the road, the 9-year anniversary, to build up, you know, better teams, you might be able to purchase this, you know, after that. So we'll see. But for me, I will be summoning for free-to-play players, low-to-play players out there. Skip until the 9-year anniversary. For you free pay-to-play players out there, I think if this is discounted, might be worth a little, you know, a little something. Especially maybe if you need some dupes for LROP, or if you don't have Piccolo Jr. World Tournament Goku. These banners are, you know, some pretty good utility. So anyway. With that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here. If you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.